Hello internet and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here filming a video for you which is 100% hair related, and yes, so I'm planning to do this video since a few weeks now, and actually I don't have time to film this, but I'm doing it. And yes, so here we are, and I'm filming a hairstyles for winter video for you. So today I'm doing 4 different hairstyles for you. One with a hat, one with earmuffs, one with this thing here, a hairband, and one just without any hair accessories, just for winter when it's cold and you really want to cover your ear with hair. And yes, so this is what I'm going to do today, and I hope you like it. And it's my first ever hair tutorial I'm filming, so I don't know how it will go, and I hope it will be okay and hope that you like it. So let's go. First thing I'm going to do is just brush my hair quickly. It's still a little wet because, yeah, well, I washed it last night with the Peachy Factor smoothing shampoo and together with the serious conditioner, which are amazing products and love them very much, and I have them since a very long time because there's so much in. After that I just quickly dried them in a towel, and as long as they are still wet I used my beloved TTS Factor Smoothing Lusterizer. Just kind of put it in my hands, rubbed it between my hands. You don't need a lot of this, just kind of pea size in your hand, and then rub it, and I just put it in, and then I just leave it in the towel to dry a little longer. And what I'm doing most of the time, because I hate blow drying my hair, is that I just leave it until it's quite dry, and then I just make a top knot. And I left this overnight, and so they are still a little wet now. You don't need wet hair for these hairstyles, so you brush it. I'm using my tangle teaser, and yes, so then you're ready to go. For your hair in general, this is how they look after they are brushed. So I'm using my very much loved Schwarzkopf Professional Osis Plus Lamination, and I'm just making 2 pumps kind of like in my hand and rub it between my hands, and then just comb it in with my hands, especially in the ends. Just massage it into your hair, kind of, and then they are just very nice and smooth and healthy looking. And yes, so that is what you're going to want to do before you start with the hairstyles. So here comes number 1. Well, so this first one is a pretty classic hairstyle, I would say. It's just the very classic 2 Dutch braids hairstyle. You're going to want to start with a kind of middle parting somewhere. Probably this is not the perfect middle parting, but you're going to need kind of the equal amount of hair on both sides. Then you just easily start on top of your head, just where the hair starts. You take a pretty small amount of hair and just split this in 3 little pieces. It's probably well-known kind of hairstyle. There are millions of Dutch braid tutorials here on YouTube. It's pretty easy. You just bring one of the outer parts to the middle, and then first the left one, then the right one, and always to the middle, and then from the other side to the middle, from the other side to the middle. And then you just, I kind of start by braiding it 2 or 3 times without bringing extra hair to it, and then I start to bring just hair from the rest of your hair, which is not in the braid now, to the piece you just braiding under. And you do this on each side, down your head, and just left to the middle, right to the middle, left to the middle, right to the middle, and all the way back down your head, and It doesn't have to be too neat. I am probably never doing this too neat because it's just necessary. I'm always trying to leave the little pieces out of the braid, which I want to have just loose next to my face, so that it is not too neat, and then you just braid it back to the all the way back to your neck, and always just add a few more pieces of hair to the braid, and this way you create this kind of look. You probably need a little bit of practice to do this, but it won't take very long. If you ever did a braid, then you can practice this 2 or 3 times. It's such a cute little hairstyle, and it's so easy, and you can just wear it whenever you want, wherever you want. At this time, I always think it's pretty important, if you want a very your braid to be very close to your head, that you just at the moment you add the last pieces of hair at your neck, that it is a very tight braid. And then the little tricky part where you bring it over your shoulder and you have to change your hands, but you can do it after you did it 2 or 3 times, then you get the feeling for it, and you just braid it all the way down to the ends, and that'll take some time. Yeah, I have long hair, and yes, so you just braid it all the way down, and at the end you secure it with a little elastic. I would prefer a clear elastic because I have blonde ends and those black ones are not perfect, but I did not have any, so it has to be the black ones. Then you just bring out a few hairs so that it is not too neat, and just loosen up your braid, that it is prettier and just not that sleek and neat. I just don't like it if every single hair is back away from my face. And yes, onto the other side. You actually just do simply everything you did on the first side again, just on the other side. It can be a little tricky. I'm having a preferred side if I'm braiding. The second side is always a little harder to do. I don't know why, but I actually do just the same thing all over again. Finished look. It's such a cute hairstyle. It's so easy if you just want to have all your hair out of the way and out of your face. And if you have hair like me, as many and just as thick hair like as me, then you will love this hairstyle because they're out of the face, they're out of the way. Now I prefer to curl the little hair I put out of the braid because my hair can be a little frizzy, and I just think that it looks a little nicer and cuter, and like you actually put effort in your hair. And yes, then the only thing you have to do is add your little hat. I'm loving this one. It's a Topshop hat, which I've shown you in a haul before, I think. It's an amazing little guy, and I wear this all the time. This is one of my preferred hairstyles actually, and what I love most about this hairstyle, I'm always having the problem when I'm putting off my hat, that my hair is flying everywhere, and with this hairstyle nothing will happen. And you can wear this with any hat you have, the very warm ones like this one, which always make my hair the worst ever when I put it back off. These are my favorite hats, just thrown together, a few beanies, and yes, you can rock this hair look with every single one. And now here comes hairstyle number 2. I'm actually just using the braids I'm having. This is a little more time consuming hairstyle. This looks just needs a little more time and probably a little more practice. But what you're doing actually is just the same thing I just did with the Dutch braids in the first place. The difference is that you just do not braid it all the way down. You braid it like above your ear, this area, and from there you just braid it all the way down without bringing any hair to it. Just regular braids down to the ends of the hair, and the rest of your hair just leave it where it is and braid all the way down to the ends, and then you can secure it with an elastic. Because for this look it is very important that you braid as far down as possible, because you have to cover the ends in the end. And if it is happening that you have one piece of hair which is way shorter than the other ones, just secure it in this place, and then you just go on braiding until the end of the hair, and then you just add another hair elastic and just cut off the other one, which I totally forgot to do, but you just can cut it out, and then it will look as nice as if you have braided it perfectly all the way down. And then you're just doing the same thing on the other side too. Just braid it down and check if it is on the same level as the other side, like I do here, that it just kind of looks symmetrical. And when you are at the point just above your ear on the same height as the other side, then you just keep on braiding down to the ends like I did on the other side. Now it is a little tricky, and that is probably one thing you have to exercise a little bit, and you're just laying the braids on top of each other from the left side to the right side, around of each other, kind of. I don't know how to describe it, I'm very sorry, I'm the worst ever in describing, but you can kind of see how I'm doing it. You just bring the braid from the left side on the right side and lay it just over, and the same thing you're doing with the other braid, and just wrap it around of each other. If you understand what I mean, I hope you can see it in the video better than in my comment here. And then just secure it with as many bobby pins as you think you need, and just stack the ends underneath and secure it there. Now you see why I said that you have to braid the braids as far down as possible, and that your plaits are just as long as possible, because the longer the ends are, the harder is it to cover them now. With the rest of the hair, I'm just doing a basic Dutch braid again from the left side over to the right side. It is a little tricky in the beginning if you're doing this the first time, because for me personally it's always way harder to braid from left side to right side, or the other way around, than from top to bottom. But if you do it 2 or 3 times, it should be very easy, and you get the trick, and then it's not hard at all. It's a simple Dutch braid like I did before, just in the other way. And then again, like I said before with the other hairstyle, the point where you add the last hair, make sure that it is braided very tight, so that it won't fall away, and I just prefer it that way. If you like it another way, it will probably look as nice as it does now. From now on it is pretty easy. You just braid it simply over your shoulder as long as you think it is pretty. I'm not braiding it all the way down because I just want to have a few loose hair, and just find a point where you like it and secure it with another elastic. With the rest of your hair, I just simply curl it with my curling iron, which is a really old one, a Udo Waltz one, I think. I really need a new one. You can do it with a curling iron or with your straighteners, the way you like it most. And I'm just curling it not in too tight curls, just kind of curly and wavy all my hair from here on. you have curled all of your hair, it is now pretty easy. I am just leaving all of them to cool in my hand for like 5 seconds. And once every single curl is done, I'm just combing it with my finger. I did not want to comb it with any brush or something, because then they are getting just too frizzy and too voluminous. And yes, this is actually the whole hairstyle done. I love it very much. The only thing you have to do now is to add your earmuffs and just put everything where you want it. Just very easy, and it is actually quickly done. It just needs a little bit of practice, and then it will be one of your favorite hairstyles, because your hair is just tamed and not flying everywhere, and it's out of your face and everywhere you want it to. What I'm doing next is a really easy one, and one of the hairstyles I'm doing on kind of a everyday basis. It's just a high ponytail, which I prefer to do kind of head over, because with my super long hair it's just easier, I think. The last way through the hairband I'm doing in the normal way, and here are my hair very voluminous and frizzy. I don't like them this way. First I'm just getting out a few extra hair to lie next to my face. It's the hardest thing ever to comment on a hair video. I'm the worst, I'm sorry. You can leave it this way. You can add some salt spray or whatever you want to do from here on. I love to curl them, so here I am using my Tanya Heat Protectant Spray, which is very important, especially if you have bleached hair, because they are damaged at this point and you don't have to damage them even more with curling them all the time. So what I'm doing is that I just curl the ends of my ponytail hair so that they are a little bit prettier. And yes, this takes a long time, so I'm only showing you one curl, and here they are done. I just leave them that way because they are getting untidy and undone by themselves. Just leaving them a few minutes or hours, then they won't look this sleek. And yes, I'm just putting every hair where I want it to be, and add my headband. I would recommend you to do this before you do your ponytail, because this can actually damage your whole hairstyle and every effort you put into it. Yes, and you look a little bit strange if you do it after you're doing your ponytail, but I think it's easier if you put it all over your head and then do your hairstyle, and not like I did it now. So yes, and then you just put it up, get the little hairs out. And yes, this is a hairstyle I'm doing pretty much every day when it's cold outside and you need something like a hat whenever you want to have my hair put away, and I just love how it looks, and it's very easy and very quick. One thing I love about curling your ponytail and not curling your hair and doing the ponytail next is how perfectly your hair looks after you put out the ponytail. It's like the perfect placement for every curl. Every curl is in the right place. And yes, I just love how your hair falls and how it looks after you curled your hair in a ponytail. It's the easiest way, and it always looks perfect. And I just love the curls very much. So onto the last and hairstyle. I'm using a little headband for this. Yeah, very nice, very nice. I said without a hair accessory, but well, I'm using this little headband. I don't know if there is a name for this hairstyle. I've seen many YouTubers doing it, but I can't remember if there's a name. It's just the hairstyle where you just wrap all your hair around the headband. And yes, here you see how I'm doing it. Just pull out the hair you want to have loose and pull every piece of hair in a place you want it to be, kind of. And yes, just bring all the hair back. And from this place on, it's getting 1 second a little tricky. What I like to do is to secure the headband on both sides with a little bobby pin. I think it makes it a little bit easier, because then it's not that easy that it slips just away and it stays in place. what you're going to want to do is get all the hair back under the headband. Just until here, it's just normally how you would wear it, and now you get all the hair under it again. If you have long hair like me, it will help you to just wrap it around your head and get it under it, like I just did. And yes, once you have all the hair under it, you just pull it in the right place, and yes, like this. Then you start to get the hair wrapped around the headband. I have not done it in this video in the perfect way. I just wrap it around my hand and get it around it, yes, like this. And then you take the next piece of hair and do the same thing. Just wrap it around the headband and kind of stuck it under it, and you're just doing this until all of your hair is wrapped around. I kind of like how it looks because it's pretty messy, but you can do it in a very neat and very chic way too. Now all the hair which is loose and you want to have put in the right direction, you can just secure them with a little bobby pin. Then you just pull on every hair as long as you like how they look, and as long as every hair is in a place you like it to. I'm doing it pretty loose and voluminous. You can do it just the way you like, how it looks. I actually think this is a pretty Christmassy look, probably because the hairband is a little bit Christmassy, but I really love how this looks. And your ears are covered so it won't be too cold, and yes, this is a pretty messy and undone way of doing this hairstyle, but yes, I like it, and it's very fast and easy to do. Hello guys, and this is everything. I really hope that it turned out okay, this video, and that everything will look okay. And I don't know how this looks from behind, and yes, it's dark outside now because this took forever. Yes, I hope you like it, and yes, so I hope you liked it, that you enjoyed all my looks, and you have to tell me which one is your favorite. And yes, click the subscribe button down below and give it a big old thumbs up, and yes, I'll see you next week, and enjoy your time.